We need a partnership with Congress to support our efforts. Currently, the Department of Homeland Security is being funded by a continuing resolution. That continuing resolution expires in just 4.5 days. The clock is ticking, and as I stand here, there is nothing from Congress to fund us beyond that point. The American public needs to understand the consequences of permitting a shutdown of the Department of Homeland Security. Enforcement Sarah Saldana, the Director of the Secret Service, Joe Clancy, the Director of USCIS. We will be forced to require some 75 to 80% of our men and women to come to work without pay. There are serious consequences for the working men and women of our department standing behind me if they are required to come to work and try to make ends meet without a paycheck for themselves and their families. The men and women of the Department of Homeland Security, many of whom you see behind me. We must, in the event of a shutdown, furlough approximately 30,000 of our employees, including our headquarters staffs. Approximately 80% of FEMA's permanent appropriated workforce, 80% is furloughed. Our ability to grant money to state and local law enforcement, which they rely upon for their own Homeland Security missions, grinds to a halt, either because there is no money or the ability to process the payment has been furloughed. Service providers and suppliers of this department do not get paid during the period of the shutdown, again because there is no money or because our ability to process payments have been furloughed. Overall, a shutdown of Homeland Security would have serious consequences and amount to a serious disruption in our ability to protect the homeland. To those in Congress who may be contemplating punting or kicking the can a few weeks down the road, I must remind you that the consequences to this department, if we remain on a continuing resolution, are also severe.